Hello, everyone. It's Kara Chafin Donofrio, your DC Metro Real Estate Guide and Advisor. And today we're going to talk about what you need to know and ask before hiring a real estate agent. Now, trusting someone with one of your biggest financial invest or assets is a really big deal. And so it's important that you really get the right person by your side to help you through it. Some interesting stats are: would you believe that the average person knows roughly 10 to 12 real estate agents? And another interesting fact is that most people begin the process of thinking about buying or selling about a year from the time that they actually make the decision. But when deciding who they're going to work with in terms of who they're going to hire as a real estate agent, they typically make that decision arbitrarily within a week time frame, and it's usually whoever they've heard from last. So it could be a postcard or somebody you met in an open house. And so I'm just here to tell you that it's when you're thinking about who you want to represent you, it's important that you give it some thought. And here are the 6 questions that I would think through. So the first is of which is, how long have you been licensed? Now, while experience isn't everything, I think it's really important that the person that you're working with has been through some things before, because inevitably there will be things that come up in a transaction. I mean, I've overseen thousands of transactions and there are still things that come up. So having somebody though that has the confidence to manage difficult situations or address them as they come up is a really important piece of it. The second thing is, how many transactions has that real estate agent done this year? So again, the number is not necessarily as important as, experience is great, but if somebody's been in the business 30 years and is only selling one home a year, then that's probably not the best person for you. You want somebody that is active in the market, that they are not just sporadically working as a real estate agent, but that this is their full-time business and they're staying on top of current trends and the market. Third, how familiar are they with the area? So this is maybe common sense, but it's important that you have somebody that's sort of plugged in to the area that you're looking in. The other important piece of that is that often an agent that's really plugged into a certain area and has a big network, they're going to be able to find maybe opportunities for you on the buy side, that especially in a low inventory environment, having somebody that has the experience, the know-how, and the connections is going to be really important. And again, on the sell side, that's also important, of having somebody that's really plugged in, that has a network. So if you even want to get some buzz about the home coming, and also be able to network with other agents prior to market, that's a really good thing as well. Uh, Fourth is, what is the agent's availability? So, do you feel like they are available when you need them to be? Now, I think at the end of the day, it's unrealistic to expect somebody to be available 24/7. We don't expect that from a good attorney that we're working with or even our doctor. But at the end of the day, having somebody, a real estate agent that is available to you, that responds, that can work with your schedule, is going to be important. Fifth, do they seem to have your best interests in mind? So I'm always wary of an agent that, is just agreeing with everything their client says. So you need somebody that's really there to talk you through and work through the good, the bad, the ugly, and somebody that can help you think through the process, that knows how to ask really good questions to find out what it is you're truly wanting or needing, what your true goals are, and also is not going to just tell you what you want to hear, but that can tell you what you need to hear. You need somebody that can be honest with you. So, for example, I know it happens a lot of times on the listing side, where an agent will come in and they will promise the seller that they're going to get this way high price. And they're doing it to sort of win the listing. But at the end of the day, that sets everybody up for failure. So you just, again, want somebody that you feel like can be honest with you. You can have an honest, true conversation. And that really is putting your interests first. Lastly, I think this is an important piece as well. It's good to have all of the numbers. It's good to know the experience, how many transactions, those kinds of things. But what does your gut tell you about that agent? At the end of the day, this is going to be a relationship that's over time. So you want somebody that, again, is going to be working with your interests and that you have a good feeling about, somebody that you connect with. So these are just some simple questions to look for when you're thinking about who to trust. And I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, you can for sure reach out to me. I'm always happy to help. So, with that, everybody have a wonderful day.